Frank, why you showing up? Make a nigga like this feel bad.
James, what's up, man?
I feel you, homie. Hey, I hope you Chinese if you got some Chinese tattoos on you. Chinese? You don't know what the fuck they run on you, huh? That shit can say 2 egg rolls on you right now. That shit, hey, get that. Ask somebody Chinese if you watching this tape, don't just say 2 egg rolls to go with hot sauce. Is that what this say? Niggas ain't Chinese, get Chinese letters like they been somewhere and shit. You ain't never left the block, nigga. Act like you was the China guy.
Pac be clowning everybody, man.
We just finished shooting the scene for Tupac's New Temptation video.
For that brief moment my record got released, I was the #1 record. People made me #1, and I loved them for that.
Yo, throw your fingers up.
He not here right now. He can't represent himself, so I come represent and hit him up for Tupac.
I came in support of the young brother.
We're here because he's a friend of ours.
He's always been there, and for me, whenever I needed him, so it's only right.
They passed this little book around. It's for Tupac, my heart. I hope he keeps his head up.
Baby, are you lonely? Don't wanna rush, I can help you if you're only. Let me touch you for wrong, love, tell me. Cause I get caught up in the life I live as hell, see.
At last count, I think there were actually 94 different lawsuits. Fannie was not prepared to compromise one iota on Tupac's legacy, and we hadn't lost a single one of them.
I absolutely don't mind spending my son's money, protecting his money. You can believe I'll spend every dime fighting you.
Your children are not your children. They are the sons and the daughters of life, longing for itself. They come through you, but they are not from you. And though they are with you, they belong not to you.
She taught me how to be community-oriented. I think my mother taught me to understand women a lot more than my peers can. My sister is the bomb, too. She's my biggest critic. She's real smart. Funny as all hell. She's real funny. My mother is totally brilliant, totally understanding and caring. And she's human. I mean, she'll be wrong a lot, but we can talk about it. My mother taught me 3 things: respect, knowledge, search for knowledge. It's an eternal journey.
You can strive to be like them, but you cannot make them just like you. Strive to be like them, but you cannot make them just like you.
I'm sitting here hoping that we can find some way to kick it. Even though I got your digits, gotta struggle to resist it. I slowly advance till it's my chance not to miss it. You blow me kisses when he ain't looking at your heart's tooken. My only wish is that you change your mind and he get shook. Wanna take you there, but you're scared to follow. Come see tomorrow, hoping I can take you through the pain and sorrow. Let you know I care, and someone's there for your struggle. Depend on me when you have needs or there's trouble. I wanna give you happiness, or maybe even more. I told you before, no time to waste. We can hook up at the store. Can you get away? I can't.
Well, you know, when you die so young, it's hard for other young people to identify with that because it means that they may die young. So their vulnerability is protected by protecting Tupac. If he's dead, I can die. If he's not dead, then that possibility is forestalled. So when people invest in this urban legend that they saw Tupac in Cuba, kicking it with Assata Shakur, or he's on some paradise island, it's a way of protecting their own psyches from the vulnerable recognition that they too will and can die. Furthermore, I think that Tupac is the first candidate for the kind of cultural survival that usually is only accorded to figures like Elvis. Of course, when Charlie Parker died, people immediately went around and said, "Bird lives," and people claim to have seen him in other places. So Tupac by no means is the first, but I think the most extraordinary black example of survival in this post-industrial urban spaces.
Tupac had a special gift. I truly believe it. And I think that part of that gift was the sense of prophecy.
Well, I think he definitely had, you know, what Freud called thanatos, which is this love of death, this death wish. And at the same time, believing that that was his destiny. He was haunted by his own destiny, addicted to death, so to speak.
He started feeling that he was going to die, and he already had in his mind and said it in his heart that he was going to die at a young age. Tupac never thought he would live to be 30.
Death was always linked to him in his own rhetoric to suffering. So for him, the rhetorical acknowledgement of death was always linked to its acknowledgement as a form of suffering. And why does God allow death and destruction to occur?
I got shot. I always felt like I'd be shot, but I didn't think it was going to happen at that particular moment.
My mother was a Black Panther.
So all of my roots to the struggle are real deep. When I was young, I read a lot, I wrote poetry. I would have been a totally different person had I not been exposed to these things. We live in hell. We live in the gutter. We are living in a war zone. By the time you get out your house, you strapped to protect yourself. So I thought I'm gonna show the most graphic details of what I see, and hopefully they'll stop it. I'm doing it for the kid that really lives a thug life and feels like it's hopeless, that it's like I reach him.
One of these days, we gotta bust back for the home, man.
Half my fans are white. They listen just as much as the black fans. My fans know that I'm real. I was 22. I felt like now I got every man in America who wants to know what I want to do.
How you gonna be a man and we started?
Wants to know what's my plan, and I was scared. All of a sudden, I got the whole world fearing me.
There is absolutely no reason for a record like this.
They're trying to stop me. I felt like a target.
Tupac, your life has been marred by considerable pain. Do you think you'll ever get to the point where you can live a normal, happy life?
No, but I have to make the life that I do live as happy as I can and try to do the best with what I have. This is my story. I was there for the whole thing. No one else was there for the whole thing. I'm not saying I'm gonna change the world, but I guarantee that I will spark the brain that will change the world.